We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Brandon Belt is at the plate here, having already gone deep twice in this one. Maybe we'll see number 3 here. Popped him up. Votto has room in foul territory. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
7-5, how today's comes to an end. The Cincinnati Reds came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Matt Bowman wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Raisel Iglesias wraps it up for the save, his 25th of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. For the Giants, 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Brandon Belt has a single, a double, and a home run already in this one. Looking for the toughest one to get in the cycle, the triple. A shot down the first baseline. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Nimmo. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Giants leave a couple, and this one remains tight. It's 8-7. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He was a ground-out victim last time up. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. And Panik will make the catch, and that retires the side. Mets leave 1, and this remains a close one. It's 8-7. Back in Queens at Citi Field as we get set for the top of the 9th inning in this one. Into the box now, Brandon Belt. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
Now the 0-1. Yanked on the ground down the line. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach, a foul ball. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. And it's now a one-run ball game.
Hey, I've seen a lot of things in my time, but I'm not sure I ever remember a player this hot. 2 home runs yesterday, another 2 home runs today. He could market and sell whatever pregame meals he's feasting on because he looks unstoppable right now. Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind in the top of the 9th. Then they can't get it done at the bottom and come away with a loss.
A close one, 9-8 at the end of the game in this one. The Giants came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Tony Watson earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Will Smith hammers down the save, his 32nd of the season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight.
We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Madison Bumgarner still on the mound to start this 9th inning. He's got a shutout working to this point, so we'll see if he can finish this thing off. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Hit out towards second. And he's set down, 1 away.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Now at the plate, Michael Conforto. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Michael Conforto.
Here's the pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Hard liner towards short. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. Lifetime numbers against Bumgarner. He's gone 2 for 5.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. Conforto leads off first with 1 away. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And with 1 out in the 9th, he's just now coming up on his 100th pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, Matty, he's going to finish this one on adrenaline if he's allowed to. We'll see how the manager plays this one. I know guys like Dan Plesac were locked and loaded in this position.
Oh, this is right now a dream if you're out in that bullpen right now. Your starting pitcher gets you into the 9th inning. The guys that, if they do get up in the 9th inning, these are the best relievers, and they're just lurking out there. What a terrific job up to this point. Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2, and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
There's Robbie Cano now. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Bumgarner sets. First pitch on the way. 1-0. Missed with a slider. The 1-0 delivery. And the changeup is way low that time.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Ball's up.
Fouled
Ball's
off.
up.
Two-run game, last of the 9th with 2 away. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
The Mets down to their final strike. Hit hard to the right side, but foul, so we'll see if he can straighten that out. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first here is in time to record the final out, and the Giants bounce back here to take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series as this one is over. A 2-0 finish today. The Giants took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Madison Bumgarner picks up his team-leading 13th win. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Klezak, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Buster Posey is at the plate here, having already gone deep twice in this one. Maybe we'll see number 3 here. Line toward the alley in left center. And Buster's going to make his way aboard. He's got a base hit. So the 2-out hit here brings in Brandon Belt to bat next. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Digging in, Brandon Belt. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Brandon Belt.
And there he goes towards second. Popped up. Guzman shading to his right, and that retires the side. Left for San Francisco, and it remains an 8-1 ball game.
always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
8-3 tonight. San Francisco jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked. We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Jeff Samardzija is back on the mound to start the 8th. He's been dealing to this point as he tries to keep this shutout effort going. Here's a strike. And it's 1-1. Bounces to the left side, taken in by Longoria, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Rangers leave a pair. They're down 1-0. At the plate, Jeff Samardzija. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. Digging in now, Nomar Mazara. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Line towards center field. Henson patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Ready for another shot now. Joey Gallo. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And that one just missed outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw to first is in time, and the Rangers are now down to their final out of the game. Here's Rougned Odor now. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answers for the great pitching so far in this one.
Samardzija's ready. First pitch on its way. Checks. A little looper. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout, this guy was in total.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Alan Henson may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted the other way to left center. Dyson will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. They're going to work on getting that tying run home from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away to end it. And the Diamondbacks have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. 3-2 the finish in tonight's game. And a welcome to those of you just joining us today on MLB Network. You've come to us at the right time. The San Francisco Giants are trying to hold their 1-run lead here in the 9th, but that's very much hanging in the balance with the tying run in scoring position. 2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. Skied into straightaway right. Gerber on the move. And he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Yeah, he does surrender 1 run. So it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win. And he was.
A 1-run game this afternoon. 3-2 the final finish. San Francisco used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Madison Bumgarner picks up his team-best 14th win in this one, permitting only 2 hits in 6 complete innings. John Gray pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Will Smith records the save, his 34th. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Andrew Suarez is on the mound looking to keep this game tied, but these fans are hoping to celebrate a walk-off victory. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Suarez, a native Floridian. This is his first year at the big league level. Hit to short. There is Crawford. On to first, and that is a huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
Ryan Braun.
Here's Ryan Braun now. First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. One out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Soft liner to the left side, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So the bottom of the ninth is still alive after the 2-out success. And the possible winning run is into second base. He's got a 2-out double.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to put the winning run on base. Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this thing.
So striding forward now, Keon Broxton. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Now a swing and a drive to center field. Back is the center fielder. Did he get enough of it? He did! Ball game over! Two-run shot to straightaway center. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over. Not a lot of fireworks, but that narrows the candidate list for our top player of the game. We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. The San Francisco Giants are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a 1-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. The Brewers down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
A one-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The San Francisco Giants jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The San Francisco Giants are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a one-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. Hold hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Comes set and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently.
And think about it. In game one of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. It was a sinker that misses for a ball. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. At the plate, Nolan Arenado. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Step on the bag for one. On the belt, but it won't be in time as they just settle for one. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder is on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Striding into the box, Ian Desmond. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Drilled to the right side. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. Nothing in 1. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Story hits a little over the 270 mark. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. Last strike now for Colorado. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off.
Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Yep, just another successful day at the office for these guys. But this one has a little bit of added significance, as that's win number 82 for them on the year, so they're assured of finishing the season with a winning record.
Close one tonight. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The San Francisco Giants are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a one-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. Daniel Murphy comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Hit down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Hit back up the middle. Into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a two-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. The victory would belong to Madison Bumgarner, barring any late turn of events here. Murphy, the runner at first, with one gone in the inning. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2. Boy, and he just won't go away as he fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Trevor Story will be next. The 3-2 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. A line drive, and that's going to get down. And now, how far will they send that man from first? Here comes the tying run home. He scores, and the Rockies have tied it. We're all square at 1 apiece. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. And he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Punched hard the other way. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to the plate. He's safe at the plate. And here in the 9th, they have taken the lead.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
A ball and no strikes. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And he finally gets a sinker over here for a called strike one. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Chopped weakly to the left. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the first pitch.
Riding in, Ryan McMahon, runner in scoring position with Cigar. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Wade Davis, if the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th.
Number 71, Wade Davis. Now playing right field, batting in the 9th spot.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off the closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Davis, a right-hander going 6'5". He was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle round, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Line hard into left. And I believe your tying run's going to be in scoring position right away as this is down for extra bases. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
His approach to the plate right here has to be to the right side. If he gets it through the infield, that tying run might come around, but at the very least, that would get the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Line to the right side.
You have one job in this situation, especially down 0-2. You have to find a way to advance that runner to third and give your teammate a chance to drive something into the outfield. You cannot not come through in this situation.
So he got him swinging. Number 26 is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. First pitch on its way. Dribbled to the right side. Throw on to first is in time, and the Giants are down to their final out now. Stepping into the box, Austin Slater. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike one.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Last strike here for the Giants. Into the corner and slicing foul. Longoria on third with 2 out. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over to third, but can't get him across.
Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch their team fall behind in the top of the ninth. Then they can't get it done at the bottom.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Jeff Samardzija is on the mound looking to keep this game tied, but these fans are hoping to celebrate a walk-off victory. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Chopped weakly up the first base line. He's got it, and they tag him out, but this will work as a sort of a sacrifice as the runner moves up.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
0-1 the count. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Duggar's there for it. He makes the catch, and the winning run is left stranded. At the plate, number 45. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far.
Number 45.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In the air to straightaway right. And the leadoff man is retired here to start the extra frames.
The batter, number 6.
Ready now, Steven Duggar, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch of the at-bat. Way in front of a great slider that time. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Bases are empty. One man out. Swing and a little blooper to center. In comes Margot, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those long darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jam off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
Into the box, Drew Ferguson ripped down the line. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. The 0-1. Liner toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Drew Ferguson has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Number 26 will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
26.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Number 1 will come on now and pinch run here. Swung on and missed. 1-1. With runners in scoring position this season, number 26 is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled this season against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now. Brian Mitchell trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a soft liner, but an easy play over at third, and that'll be that. Giants leave a couple. Score remains tied at 3-3. number 1, will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 1.
Chris Stratton comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Now at the plate, Will Myers. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Grounder down the line at third. But this is foul for the first strike.
Myers
takes a good curveball at the knees.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
For sure. Henson moving to his right, and there's one down now.
The second baseman, number 5, Ian Kinsler.
Stepping in, Ian Kinsler, and he'll be trying to replicate that home run swing that he took back in inning number 6. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Hit on the ground toward the left. Longoria's got it. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the game. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it first and second now. Standing in, Austin Hedges. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
And this one's in the dirt. Runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. The 1-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? A tag for 1. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Cordero will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 33.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. This year against right-handed pitching, Cordero has a batting line residing in the 230s.
Matty, he struggled against right-handed pitching all season long, but he just needs a few knocks today, maybe to get the confidence going. I don't think this is the norm for this ball play.
Chopped weakly to the left. Tough play for Longoria. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Boy, that's what wheels can do for you, D'Lo. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the white rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash, you got no wheels.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. A 2-out hit'd win it. Pass ball or wild pitch would do the trick just as well. The 0-1. And now everybody's running. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single. And how do you like that? They roll the dice, the squeeze works, and it's going to end the ball. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Alan Henson bats here with the game on the line in the 9th. tying run stands in scoring position, so a base hit here could even things up. And a step on first for the out, and the ball game is over. A tight one, 7-6, the final score tonight. The Friars put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on. And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The San Francisco Giants are trying to hold their one-run lead here in the ninth, but that's very much hanging in the balance with the tying run in scoring position. Jose Martinez is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Smith, a 6'5" left-hander. He was selected in the 7th round during the 2008 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Jose Martinez was sent packing for the first out in the bottom of the ninth. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Now another 0-2. Count remains at 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
And he'll go after the first offering here, although this looked to be well below the knees. It's strike 1. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Cardinals down to their final strike here. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible time run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games, but they got the monkey off their back here with the win, and are hoping to build on that.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Number 38 is on the mound looking to keep this game tied, but these fans are hoping to celebrate a walk-off victory. Splitter swung on and missed. 0-1. Parra, a California-born ball player. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full potential.
And there are 2 away now.
Third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1. Digging in, Buster Posey. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled away. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Carpenter is there, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
The first baseman, number 9, Brandon Belt.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside? Or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
The 1-2. Pitch is popped up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Now at the plate, number 26. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So the 2-out hit extends the inning for Evan Longoria next.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Now batting, Evan Longoria. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Hey, what a great pitch right there in a big situation to pull a string on that changeup. He knew that hitter was going to be super aggressive.
The 0-1 in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Ozuna is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat. Strike. Looking at his career totals, DeYoung carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Line drive to left. Number 26 is there, and he has it for the out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Here's Jed Jerko now. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Squared that one up just a little late. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is outside for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Takes this the other way to right. Gerber is there, 2 down. Here's Marcelo Zuna. He's had a great game so far, and a triple would complete the cycle. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run, moving into scoring position. And would you believe it? It's a triple to give him the cycle. So stepping in, Francisco Pena. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
The 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swing.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On to inning number 12 we go. And we are all even at 6 apiece. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now here's the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down. 0-2.
You never want to take the aggression away from a ball player, but in this situation, I'd like to see the leadoff guy try and work the count a little bit more, especially when this pitcher's missing like he is.
Soft liner to the right side, and maybe trouble the foot as Crawford's aboard here with a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Now batting.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Here's the first pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. Go ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Pablo Sandoval will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 48, Pablo Sandoval.
Down the third baseline. Carpenter has it. 1 there. On to Goldschmidt. A double play. Inning. Colton Wong will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Number 41 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief. And he takes ball 1. 2-0. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking deeper.
Count's even at 2-2 to Wong. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Harrison Bader. He flew out in his last at-bat. And that misses ball one.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in once again, Jose Martinez, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Seared down the first baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. A pause, and the 0-2. Missed with a slider.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
On to first, and we're headed to 13 as that ends the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. Score remains tied 6 apiece. Dominic Leone takes the hill now to begin the lucky 13th inning.
55, Dominic Leone.
Coming to the plate now, number 45, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far.
Number 45.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hops this one up. Carpenter moving to his left. 1 out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Here's Joe Panik. He comes into this appearance 1 for 6 on the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a ball diving into the dirt, a swing and a miss.
Hey, if I'm on the mound right now and I get a swing and miss like that, I'm bouncing it even further, throwing it even higher. I might pick up the rosin bag and throw that and see if I can get a swing and a miss.
Sinking line drive out to right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Ready for another chance. Buster Posey is 1 away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Popped into the air, back behind second. Jerko will take this one, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Belt. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Way in front of that fastball.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Martinez is after it. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Giants leave one. This game remains tied at 6. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. And now a pitch on the way. Ripped down the first base line. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Here's Matt Carpenter, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First delivery to him on the way. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Ready with the 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Under it is the left fielder, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, the shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. He's looking for his third hit of the ball game here. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2. Hit sharply but fouled down the right side. Another try at 2-2. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Jed Jerko would be next. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do. So in now for San Francisco, number 26, and he'll be the one to begin the inning. He's set. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. Jerko has it, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike one. One out, nobody on. Hit down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss there by Longoria as he can't connect, and that's a big second out now. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Last time through was a base hit. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Had him pulled there as this is lifted in the air out to left center and shallow. DeYoung is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. So they go down without. Here's Jed Jerko now.
Leading out for St. Louis. Second baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after two great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. Jed Jerko sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. Shot weakly to the left. throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Now batting, catcher,
So coming to the plate, Francisco Pena. Been a really tough one on him. Already wearing the golden sombrero with 4 strikeouts. 1-0 the count. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, but he'll flag this one down toward the alley. Nearly trouble, but instead the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Weird still tied 6-6. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Number 43 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Now playing left field and batting.
First pitch on its way.
Number 28.
Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Martinez is in pursuit. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
You can see that he was all over that pitch, yanking it down the line. They're lucky that thing bounced over the fence, because if it would have got lost in the corner out there, there's no telling how far he could have gotten.
Alan Henson will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Grounded to the right. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Standing in now, number 45, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He has the possible go-ahead run only 90 feet away at third base. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the go-ahead run stays at third with 1 big out on the scoreboard now.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Here's Joe Panik. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And that is down for extra bases as that ought to plate the go-ahead run and maybe another. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. Now a 7-6 game.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one that makes you feel really good about yourself.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. 0-1 pitch on its way. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1.
This is where you got to empty the bucket out on the mound. Throw your best stuff right here, right now, and try and get out of this. If anything catches outfield grass, this game's probably over.
The 1-1. Turned on down the line. And this is by Goldschmidt down the line. A fair ball. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
Hey, D-Row, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Into the box now, number 26, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. And they're runners at the corners now. The 0-1 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Throw to the plate, and he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate. And he will score from 3rd. A daring move as he scores on what ought to be called a wild pitch. Jordan Hicks gets to pitch in this one after all, as he answers the call in the 15th inning. Evan Longoria will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here, and 2 away. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Martinez there to put it away and finally put it. Number 83 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch. Now in the box, number 28, ready to get his day at the plate started right here.
Number 28.
Number 16 is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 16.
Jeff Arnold is into the game as well, as he's the new first baseman.
Number 18, Jeff Arnold.
Drew Ferguson is into the ball game as well, as he takes over out in right.
Drew Ferguson.
Number 1 will also come in now as he takes over out in center.
Number 1.
Parker Meadows is also into the ball game as he'll assume duties in left field. And he'll just watch this thing to try and get an idea. It's 0-1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. And that's in there. Base hit. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and foul, though it had the home run distance. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Count 0-2.
Skied into very shallow right. Ferguson coasts under it. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Jose Martinez.
Standing in, Jose Martinez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. from the stretch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Digging in, Paul Goldschmidt, runner in scoring position with Savannah. Will Smith gets the pitch in this one after all as he answers the call in the 15th inning.
Will Smith.
First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Two out here and a runner at second. Cardinals down to their final strike here. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And that's off the left field wall. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing.
Stepping in now, Matt Carpenter. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is going to get down. Extra bases, and they're starting to make some inroads here. He pulls into second safely as a run also comes in to score, making it a two-run ball game.
And you know, there's just so few places in the strike zone where you can keep this guy from hitting the ball hard. That really is not that bad of a pitch. Just a little bit down and away, but he's all over it, and he cashes in the run on the double.
Carpenter at second with two down. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it for the final out. And the Giants have taken the first two games of this series on the road as this one is over.
It's times like these that I wish we were paid by the inning. The game seemed endless, but the fireworks at the top of the 15th were enough to decide it. And they hang on for the nice road win.
This one wraps up as a 10-8 final. The Giants put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. Number 41 claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line scores tonight. First for the victorious Giants. 10 runs, 17 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For St. Louis, 8 runs on 14.
We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Brandon Belt has not picked up a hit to this point, so his 13-game hitting streak could be on the line right here. The average sits at .303 entering play, 24 home runs, and 95 runs batted in.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. A look there at our line score as we play the 8th inning here at Busch. Cardinals out in front as they look to try and hang on in front of the home crowd. Sam Dyson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 49, Sam Dyson.
Now to the plate, Jordan Hicks. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. No balls and a strike to count. Hit on the ground to third. And that'll get through into left. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than a leadoff single. Here's Colton Wong now. And he's trying to make this a 5-hit ball game for himself right here. Right over the middle, knee high. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. Here's the 0-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. A swing and a ground ball to third, and this will get by him at third down the line. It's a fair ball. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here. Those don't come along every day. Here's Marcell Ozuna. And he lays off there, 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will land out there just foul. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And this one's off the fists as he fights this one off, but foul. Hicks on second. Wong on at first with nobody out. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. One away. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Lifetime against Sam Dyson. He's 2 for 4. He also has 1 home run. From the stretch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. In his career, Goldschmidt has over 200 career home runs, so he's certainly capable of leaving the yard in this big spot here.
Oh, yeah, Matty, absolutely. Right man, right time. He's been there, done that, hit a bunch of home runs in his career, and he sets up nice for him.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Working to keep them in the game here. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Hey, it's looking like he may be able to get out of this one after giving up.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Cards strand a couple, and it remains 5-3. Andrew Miller comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. Here's Buster Posey now, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. Backhanded. Throw on to first is low that time, but Goldschmidt's able to hang with it, and he digs it out. A nice play.
Number 26.
So here's the cleanup hitter, number 26. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Miller, a native Floridian. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And it's gone. So a solo shot here to left center field as they pull within 1 here. It's now a 5-4 game.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. Ozuna coasts under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, it's almost automatic for this guy as he puts another game on ice. That save.
The regular season is winding down, but the postseason races are heating up. Here's how yesterday's nail-biting action went down. Starting out in the NL West, the Rockies racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 6-3. Entering the day's action, the Rockies sit in 4th place in the National League West, 18 games out of first. And the Phillies sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division. They're 7 games back. The Mets snapped their 7-game losing streak as they took down the visiting Braves 6-3. At the start of the day, the Mets are in 4th place in the NL East, 14 games back, while the Braves are 2nd in the division. The final postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the National League West, the Giants starting pitcher, number 50, earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Giants defeated their rival Dodgers 4-2. As of today, the Giants sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. And the Dodgers have now clinched the NL West Division and a postseason berth. They will be playing in October. The Nats sent 3 balls into the seats as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 14-5. In the standings, the Rockies are in 4th place in the NL West, 18 games out of first, while the Nationals are atop the National League East Division, a sizable 7 games ahead of second. The San Diego Padres finished off a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 7-1. Entering the day's action, the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Diamondbacks are 3rd in the division, 16 games out of first. Yoenis Cespedes drove home 3 runs as the Mets were winners over the Marlins 6-3. Heading into the day, the Mets sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, 14 games back, while the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Today, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central. They're over 20